Everyone can do this. You need to do it. People,
Yeah.
what are you waiting for? Stop being grumpy at your job and do what you like.
Where did your passion for photography come from?
I think it's sort of always been there. I used to have a green beauty blog.
Okay.
From 2012 to, until I moved here in 2017. And so I would do a lot of product photography. And so I just loved taking images and, making things pretty and all of that. And then Leon came along, so obviously then the focus shifted onto taking photos of Leon.
5,000 photos a day of your baby.
And that's really kind of how it all started. And I'd been following this husband and wife photography team from the US for years. And they were originally elementary school teachers, so they had done that whole journey into, making photography their full-time thing. And I just was like, right, this is the time to sort of, jump onto there. They had like business courses open and different courses, so I took all of them and I was like, I'm going to really do this now.
Yeah.
And I remember calling my husband. He was away on business, and I just, because it was really like a bit of an epiphany thing. Mm-hmm. Like it really felt like now's the time to do it. And I'd seen this husband and wife team, share about their courses like over the years, but this time it really was like, now I'm gonna like do it, Nic, you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
And I called my husband during his working day and I just told him, and he was like, yeah, babe, do it.
Oh, no.
Like, you should do it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is he your biggest supporter?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But you weren't always a photographer?
No, not at all. I've had a range of different jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've worked with children. I've worked in the educational system in Sweden as a special needs teacher. I worked as an English teacher in Japan, as most people do.
Yeah.
And I've worked in the corporate world as a buyer.
Okay.
It was a good experience, but not creative enough,
Yeah.
I feel. Yeah. And now I just love what I do.
Did you go back after maternity leave? No. It's a very common thing as well amongst our podcast people. When it's end of maternity leave, they're like, I want to do my own thing. Yeah.
And for me as well, like when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, I haven't even looked into what is the maternity leave here in Singapore, because in Sweden, Scandinavia, it's very generous. You get at least a year off in Sweden. When I found out that it was 3 months here,
Yeah.
I actually did a little. I panicked a little, and I thought,
Legally it's 2 months, but some countries will give you an extra. Some
companies, yeah. So I think I got 3 months
Yeah.
here. I think, yeah. So the third month was unpaid,
Yeah.
basically, yeah. But I was like, I'm taking it all, and the thought did cross my mind. Maybe we need to move back.
I know. Well, because you're in this mist, aren't you, of giving birth and everything's wonderful, and then you're crying over your tea gone cold.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you sort of come out of it a little bit, and then it's like back to work, and you're like, how could I possibly go back to work?
And I mean, we don't have a helper.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow.
I don't know how it would have worked out at
Yeah.
all, and so that was one of the big things, like I was definitely not going to put him into daycare at 3 months, or any of that. And I was in a fortunate position where we could, rely on my husband's job. So, and my husband was fully supportive. And then a few months in, I was like, right, I'm going to do this photography thing now. So
amazing.
Yeah.
And how do you manage it then with having a toddler and not having a helper or any family in Singapore? How do you manage your shoots? How do you work?
So weekends are not a problem because then my husband's off,
Okay,
so he gets to be on toddler duty. And then during the week, I most often have early morning shoots, and that works out really well because my husband works Swedish hours, so he's free until 3 p.m. currently.
Okay.
And then he works late into the night,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So the afternoon slots are a lot more difficult.
And also you can't get anything done when there's a baby, so let alone a toddler. I'm sure he's probably a hurricane of energy.
Oh my gosh, yes, he really is. And at night when he's gone to bed and the flat is quiet, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so nice.
Yeah.
But it also, I think I posted about it a few weeks ago, I think, where I spoke about, kind of also making sure to enjoy those moments because there'll come a day when the house will be very quiet forever.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, I just wanted to ask you about the photography community in Singapore.
Yes.
So is it quite a tight-knit community?
That's a good question. Like I think there are probably two groups, like, you know, the expat photographers and then the more local photographers. So I've gotten to know more expat photographers, I will say, than local ones. But I don't know. I'm like, I don't try to think of it so much. I just like reaching out to people. Yeah. You know, so, you know, when I see someone's work that I like, you know, I start following them and I start commenting on their photography. And I don't know, I hope that others do the same, and in that way, you know, we do kind of
you mean you like women supporting women?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I wish we were all like that.
Yeah, you know, and I just really don't think I mean, of course we're all in competition, but at the same time, I think, once again, photography is so subjective, so it really comes down to the client's preferred style. And again, if I can, you know, if I think that someone else can do a better job, I will always refer them. And so, you know, yes, it's a client that I could have had, but no. To me, in a way, there's almost a bit too much pressure, even if they don't know about it. It doesn't feel authentic to me to take on a job when I know someone can do it better.
Yeah, and I guess from a longevity point of view, you want to be known for what you do.
Yeah.
So in the long term, looking back at your work, you want to be proud of every shoot that you did, because you know that was kind of your passion project.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow! Well, I think you're very very brave to start a business during lockdown. What's been the main challenge?
I think the main challenge has been just getting more, you know, my word out more, I guess. Although I still feel I've done a pretty good job so far, and I guess right now the main challenge is being able to shoot bigger families outdoors because of the restriction. So.
And that's completely out of your control.
Yeah, it's completely out of my control. So either I say, you know, we wait until the numbers increase, or we can do an indoor shoot, or, you know, if they want, you know, more of a stylized studio shoot, then I refer them on. Yeah. So,
Nice. And what about your wins?
Well, all the wins are every single client that books with me. Yeah. Like, you know, I have a little customized invoice template that goes out where I basically write that, you know, when you support a small business, there is someone doing a happy dance. Yeah. And that is me right now, and it really is true. Like, I am super, super grateful for everyone who books with me, and, you know, it never gets old, you know, when someone books and you're just like, wow, I get to live my dream, you know. I get to do what I love. It's such an amazing feeling. And once you do it, you're like, anyone can do this. Yeah. You need to do it. People, what are you waiting for? Stop being grumpy at your job and do what you like.
That's great, yeah.
I mean, of course, you know, I've been very fortunate because, you know, we've been able to rely on my husband's job, and I know that's not a reality, you know, for everyone. But, you know, we're a lot more powerful and magical than we, you know, allow ourselves to be, I think.
I've noticed recently how you mentioned about small business. So when you support small business, someone does a happy dance. Which that's not the first time someone said that. Layla from Mummy Bear and Me actually does a happy dance. So
okay.
Do you actually
I do a happy dance.
Do you want to show us? She wouldn't show us.
I don't mind.
What should I have done? I'm booking Nic. Nic's got a booking. What's the dance? I love it. That's a shout out to Layla. We want to see you happy dance. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It's been great hearing about your story.
It was lovely being here.
And we will follow you closely and speak to you soon.
Okay, thank you.